should. Okay, so that's good.
Hello.
Um, I'll post it on. Let me see how it looks. Still, I mean, it doesn't look as bad.
What up, future?
It looks a little better, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, looks great.
See, he fixed it. It could still be better. Good morning. First of all, shout out Memorial Day, all our fallen comrades, soldiers, and all still serving, right? Is it today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Well, shout out. You know, we got a lot of veterans. We appreciate you guys. For you, those out there, you know, we help you deal with PTSD by me getting PTSD from her, which is cool.
Catherine.
We actually have good quality this time. Can you believe it? Is this insane?
Someone has been out in the sun. Not for the past week because it's been raining here.
Yeah, we had a mini hurricane.
Basically. But we really need it.
How about them Cowboys?
What about them?
Have you guys, so tell us what kind of content that you think that we should be making more of. What should we circle back? What should we do? Do you guys think? You know, we want to make you guys happy. You're the viewer. You make all this possible. So, do you want her to beat me more? Should I beat her? What are we talking? You guys, so tell us what kind of content.
Oh, congrats, Cody. That's exciting. So glad we just went and bought another computer.
Yeah, I was complaining the quality was terrible
And that
on the stream.
he needed so the thing is, he said, we need a new computer so we can do live streams on YouTube and it'd be good quality. So we bought the new computer, but this is his old computer and the quality looks great.
But the person I bought the new computer from, SkyTech Gaming, adjusted all my OBS settings for me. Can you give me the notepad so I can write this stuff down? More week in life vlogs, day in life vlogs. Okay. And then jump scare. I like that one. That one's
Cooking
good.
with the Campeses.
Yes, we're gonna do that. One's on the horizon.
Fun pranks. My problem is I can't keep a straight face.
Yeah. We also have 3 children, so that makes it hard. She's gonna start doing get ready with me videos. What do you guys think about those?
Dee said you to do more I don't know what IMP means. Inspiration stuff?
I have my own YouTube where I do all the inspiration stuff, and I post some gaming clips on it. It's in our, if you go to the channel followers, you know what I'm saying? The other channels that we have, it's in there, my personal YouTube. I'll do more on there for sure.
Roasting videos?
We can do roasting. We do roasting. We roast a lot, but we can do roasting.
Throw more things at each other. Okay.
Okay.
So here's my thing is that was our MO, right? I would hit him or throw something, and then everyone was like, stop promoting domestic violence, blah, blah, blah. So I had to take a step back. So I don't know where the middle ground is with that. More stand-up comedy.
Yep. Caitlin's been not letting me go, so.
That's not true.
I want you guys to know stand-up comedy has been the most traumatizing, hardest thing I've ever done in my life. and they moved all the dates around. So the only day I have available to go is Wednesdays, and it's open mic. And I went to go to the last open mic, and there was 12 people who signed up in front of me, and the entire audience was all stand-up comics. And I'm like, I don't want to, do jokes to stand-up comedians. But I'm just being a little priss boy, and I'm afraid. I feel fear. Because it's really hard.
Labor simulator and what it's like to be pregnant.
We got to do that one.
We do got to do that. That's a good one.
And we're making another channel too that we'll let our kids be in, because they want to be in the videos so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just like, our content that we make, guys, isn't for children. So, and I'm going to leave this live up. So for anybody who misses it, and you're watching this now because you missed it and it's later on in the future, I got the quality and the settings right for the video finally. And the reason why I haven't been putting the VODs up is because it's been such terrible quality.
Theme park family reviews. We're going to SeaWorld soon.
Yeah.
So.
But then we're going to get, oh my God, how could you go to SeaWorld? Those animals in the cages. Oh my God, SeaWorld. Have you seen Blackfish on Netflix?
True.
And I'm not like a terrible person, but I am, And I know for a fact that no animal is going to survive when everything's extinct. You know what I mean? Unless there's no orca going to build a spaceship and go live 64 billion light years away in a habitable planet. You know what I mean? They're all just going to die. So I'm not too pressed about it. I know that's bold. And a lot of people are going to be like, but hey.
Weekly vlogs. We can do that. We did that during Christmas time and you guys really liked that.
But I really love animals. We watch so many animal shows. There's a new animal show that just came out on Roku TV that Reese Witherspoon narrates, and Raylan's been loving it. I love animals. Caitlin's having a hard time killing shrimp when we go fishing.
Oh, I don't know what's gotten into me.
Yeah. She watched Avatar 2. She's been a new person.
No, first of all, Avatar made me cry so hard. He made me watch them, right? So I watched the first one. And I cried when they knocked down the tree, because humans are terrible. And if we found another planet like that, that's exactly what humans would go do there, is destroy it. And then Avatar 2 made me cry because they were killing the big whale things. So that was really sad. Why did they do that? And I just feel like you shouldn't. Why do you need to kill life if you're not going to use it? So this is what happened. This is what he's talking about, the shrimp thing, okay? So we bought a bunch of shrimp to go fishing. We didn't catch anything. We had some shrimp left. So we forgot to release them or give them away like we normally do, and we drove all the way home. And I was like, we cannot just let these shrimp die a slow death.
What was your solution?
So we drove all the way
No.
back.
Tell them what your solution was. This is what her solution was. Tell them.
What, the pond?
Yeah, she wanted to put the shrimp in a freshwater pond.
No, but then we drove all the way back to the bridge and gave them to the people who were fishing. I feel like that's not wasteful. I'm just trying to be a not wasteful person. A very not wasteful person. And I didn't want to waste living things, I don't know why. It just gives me the ick. We'd find a way to put a bulldozer on a spaceship and we'd go to remove the tree. Exactly. The Avatar is exactly what people would do if we went to another planet. And it just really hurts my feelings. Hey, thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Free the shrimp. I'm saying. And even if you release them into the ocean and they get eaten, at least you're not wasting it.
Mind you, we moved to the beach area. We're not on the beach. Okay, we're not rich. But we moved 10 minutes away from the beach in December. And the only fish that we've caught, which I caught, by the way, was a 3-inch mangrove snapper.
Yeah. Very true. Why haven't I been seeing you in my feed? Is something weird going on with subs? Thought maybe you guys weren't doing videos anymore. I got a backlog to catch up on now. Oh, that's weird. I know we haven't been like as we haven't been posting as much.
My thing is this. I think that YouTube doesn't want to drown the audience with, because if you guys watch us 24/7 all the time, I think that it will make you guys not want to watch us as much. So YouTube doesn't give you the notifications all the time. But I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's very weird.
I'm trying to
Hey, Azia.
I'm trying to post this on.
Yeah, you're really struggling over there, huh?
Yeah.
Why you got the temperature?
I don't know. I'm trying to cover up this LeBron highlight video. Because I watch basketball highlights on our channel. I wanted to post on Instagram to get more people in here.
Anyone watch the game last night?
Yeah, what about that basketball
was
game?
crazy,
Wasn't
huh?
that crazy?
Greetings from South Africa. Hello.
I also stream on Twitch.
You don't get notifications for our shorts? Really? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Derek, I posted a short this morning.
YouTube is weird.
I posted a short this morning and it's not doing well. But both times I posted shorts, I don't know. They take a second, I guess. Sometimes. Like I almost deleted the one I posted Friday and I didn't. And it just worked out so well because it's number 3 now. How do I get the link? Like, share link. This is always so hard.
Oh, I don't know. Did we watch Guardians? No, we haven't watched it yet.
No, we want to, though.
We want to.
I've heard good things.
I just took
about that.
Adeline to watch The Little Mermaid, the live action one, and it was really good. It was kind of silly at some points, but I mean, it's a kid's show. So, what else did we watch? Avatar 2.
If you click that link right there that I just posted, you can find our Discord. You can find our Twitches. We stream on Twitch. She's going to start streaming again on the Beauty and the Bold one. We need more time. We just had that baby in October. And, it's getting easier for us. You'd be surprised how hard it is to do this with 3 children. You might not be surprised.
It's getting a lot better. No, the baby can crawl everywhere and everything now. So he's getting more independent. And it's becoming it'll get easier from now on.
What's up in Camp Afghanistan? I don't know. I've never been there.
As long as we don't have any more. Will you ever visit Northeast India? You are so welcome. It's different from typical India.
I personally would love to visit all major
Yeah.
countries.
Really anywhere.
Yeah.
That's not.
Definitely want to
Gonna kill
go
me.
to China. I definitely want to go to India. I don't know about Russia. I don't like the cold like that, but it would be interesting for sure to go there. Canada, I really don't care about.
Africa.
Like, why would I want to go to Canada? I just go to northern United States. Oh, my Twitch notifications. Crap. Why would that show
No,
me that?
we did not know each other in high school. We are 10 years apart. We were not in high school together. I am not pregnant again. No.
No.
More sleep? Not really. I mean, he sleeps kinda. Yeah, Lazar, we get it, dude. Thank you. Did you like Fast 10? You didn't watch that?
Oh, we're not watching that. Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, no spamming.
If you come to Romania, I'll be your guide for free.
I wouldn't mind going to Romania. Yeah, no spamming.
Just too much.
But do you guys watch our podcast? Do you enjoy our podcast? I know we missed a few episodes here. Are you going to see Flash? I saw the commercial for it last night. I wanted to see it.
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
It does look good.
Yeah.
More cooking videos, you got it.
We're definitely going to do that.
We'll do that for sure. As long as you guys don't say it needs more seasoning.
Sometimes you need to hear constructive criticism, Caitlin.
Babe, I make such good food.
She yelled at me because I went up to her pot roast and I started sprinkling a little salt in it, you know, trying to get it good. And she's like, it's not cooled yet. That's why it's not tasting like that. She was right, though.
Yes. Okay, you know when food is so hot that you can't even taste the seasoning on it? And then when it cools down, then you can taste the seasoning. And he does this every time I make a pot roast or a soup or anything. It's so hot. He tries it, burns his mouth, tells me it doesn't have enough salt. And then I'm like, just let it chill. Let it cool off. And it will. And sure enough, it cools off and it tastes amazing. He's just, men don't listen. Just listen.
Any tips to make your partner feel loved? I think the best thing to do when you're trying to make your partner feel loved is notice the things that they do, like hard work on, you know, if they spend a lot of time getting ready, or if they spend time, you know, getting the house cleaned or organized, or they do little subtle things that maybe aren't that big a deal to you, but you know they're a big deal to them. Make them noticed for it. And I think that is really helpful, feeling loved. Like, even if you've done it 100 billion times, it still doesn't hurt to continue to do it. So don't stop doing the things that make them happy, the compliments, you know, the positive reinforcement for some of the things. And then also don't beat on them too hard when they're not doing it, you know. And I think that's showing love. You know, you got to know when to not harass people for the things they're not doing or doing. And then also on the other end, you want to actually say, hey, you should do a little more of this. You've been kind of slacking. You just got to know when to say it and when not to say it, because they'll respect you more and feel more loved if you're not just a pushover and a walkover. So you have to find like a delicate balance between all those things.
Yeah.
You good?
What do I do to make you feel loved?
Well, last night we were
that's not what I meant. I meant like
I felt really loved last night.
Little thing.
I mean, I felt it. You know what I mean?
You know what I meant.
You're turning blood red. You see
like,
it?
yeah, because what are you doing right now?
Well, you asked, and
that's
where'd my mind go? I felt fucking loved last night.
Men, like, come on, dig deeper. What it like?
It's not deeper for
physical
us.
Thing.
It's not deeper. That's it. That's as deep as it needs to be. You know
but
what I mean?
Non-physical, like anything, like when I cook for you and bring you food when you're playing.
Yeah.
He likes that.
When she brings my food, I like that. When my gym clothes are clean, so I don't have to look for them.
Well, I have been doing this thing that I don't even do laundry anymore. I just go to the laundromat. Then they fold my clothes and everything for me, and they're actually not that expensive. Like, so all of our laundry for 5 people is about what, $70? $50 to $70 every time I go, and that includes like our bed sheets and everything too. So it's very worth it for me because laundry is one of my hardest things to keep on like track of. So if I just take everything to the laundromat and budget it out to pay for that, then
I've seen videos lately where parents try to navigate having kids and keep the spark alive. It's a balancing act for sure. Yeah.
Well, kids do make it hard because you have to also take care of them. But if I do believe if you truly love each other, you won't stay in that roommate phase forever. I mean, the first few weeks after the baby's born is always really rough because, you know.
Yeah, I've never been a panty sniffer kind of person, so she definitely gets them all back. It's kind of weird to me, kind of gross. I've never been that guy.
What do you guys think about a child leash? Just like a dog leash for kids, awesome for things keeping close if they go wild. I mean, I think it's great for kids who are runners. Like, if you're a runner, you're a track star, sure. Especially in a place where they can get stolen.
I don't like putting dogs on leashes.
Yeah, he's very different.
I like dogs to roam free. See, I'm all about freedom. You know what I mean? But I also like SeaWorld. So I guess I don't know what I like. You know what I mean?
You're so contradicting yourself.
Yeah. But the leash thing on the kids,
But But it makes sense. If you're at a theme park and the kid wants to walk around, but they're a runner, but you have them on, like, your wrists are together, it makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. If you don't have your kids under control.
That's not
and,
it. There are some children.
You spend all day on your phone.
We'll do this.
And you don't raise and discipline your children, and they run away and don't listen.
Shut up and listen to me. There are some parents who have, like, autistic kids, for example.
Okay,
that's different. And they just run.
That's different.
A lot of kids like that are runners.
That's different.
Okay, but
because there's no medicine for that. You know what I mean?
Like a leash would be like.
You couldn't just put Jack Daniels in their bottle and then they stop. It wouldn't work.
Dear Lord. SeaWorld helps you appreciate freedom.
Does Andrew have a side chick? Just Caitlin's multiple personalities.
I do not have multiple personalities.
What? Listen. When she's about to start that period.
Okay, I think there's something wrong with me. I genuinely, like, I think that my hormones are whack because, like, so I'll be totally fine. I haven't suffered from postpartum depression this time. Like, I've been great. But a few days before my period to, like, midway through my period, I get so depressed, like, I think I'm not going to make it. It's so weird. I, like, enter into such a dark place, and then I'm fine. So I think that there's something going on with my hormones that's making me like this. Like, it, like, it makes me, I, like, cry. Nothing is enjoyable at all. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do any work. I don't want to do anything. So I don't understand. And it's not normal PMS symptoms either. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. I think there's something going on with my hormones or something. And I'm also breastfeeding, so that really messes with it.
Yeah. It's tough. Not only for her, but for everybody else in the household. Like, she almost... No, I'm not going to talk about it.
Andrew, don't you dare.
What?
Talk about our problems.
We don't have any problems.
It wasn't a problem.
What are we talking about?
What were you going to bring up?
What were you bringing up?
I'm not bringing it up.
What were you saying?
Okay, here, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's go.
So we had plans to go to Tampa.
Oh.
To go to this show.
Oh, my God.
At first, he'd been talking about this for months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, at first I was like, I don't really want to do it. Like, it's so far away. And it's just, it doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. Drive there, drive back the baby, all that. But I was like, okay, sure. He kept insisting. So I bought the tickets. $62. Okay. Meanwhile, let's just talk about, during this time, I was, like, going through what I was just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then, right before we were about to leave.
No.
Yes.
It started way before that. When you came in here and panicked.
Okay.
Freaking out, saying, I can't fill it up. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay,
I don't know what to do.
That's another thing. When I'm on my period, when I'm breastfeeding, my supply drops, so I can't pump a lot of milk. And so I was nervous about that. I was like, I don't think I have enough milk for him. Blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, let's just not go. We're not going. So it made me very upset. But I also was being a little dramatic. But I mean...
A little?
Okay, I was being very... But it was just the principle of it. Like, this... whatever. Anyway, I was like, I don't want to waste money. Yes, $62. But, we just spent a lot of money on his computer. And I was like, we should... like, not 62. Yes, 62. But I don't know. I was just looking forward to it. And then just, like, the switching of plans aggravated me.
I thought... This is what I'm thinking, right? I'm like, listen, we'll just not go. And I was like,
but I wish he would have said that before I bought the tickets.
We will have a babysitter. Caitlin and I can just go spend some time together. We need it. Maybe have some drinks, And she just starts crying and she hates me. And I'm like,
that's not true.
I'm like, we're just a few days away from divorce. True. And then we're just going to be another content creator couple who breaks up. And everyone's going to, as I told you, you're just going to be like the rest of the content creators who get together. You're just going to break up and get divorced. You're going to be just like Bat Dad. Just like Bat Dad. So I was signing the divorce papers in my head. I was printing them up. I already got a lawyer, split the fees. I'm just kidding.
Shoot some testosterone.
I will eventually.
I think they're talking to me, talking about my hormones. Make sure you're not low on magnesium, B complex, and multivitamin. I think that might have a lot to do with it too. Like, my minerals are low.
If you give YouTube Shorts, they will give you limitless money. Let's be clear. YouTube Shorts do not pay that much money. It's our long form content that pays more money. So you Got to be watching the long-term one. What's up, Harvey?
Germ.
Germ.
Oh, Germ.
Oh, Germ. What's up, Germ? I grew up with Germ.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's so funny. Your name's exactly the same on everything. That was your PSN name too, right?
I was wondering when you're going to... I don't even think he plays Call of Duty anymore.
No, I'm getting a new PC. I'm going to do... Do you guys want me to do a PC reveal video? Where I can like show you the stream room podcast and the new PC? I didn't go for the cosmetics. Like I turned the lights. I didn't care about the lights. I didn't care about anything. But I got a 1200... Oh, I'm not going to tell you. You got to see it in the video. What's up, Mark?
We all want to know how you deal with Andrew's craziness. Honestly, I just support him in everything he says and does, no matter how absolutely insane it is. And it works out normally.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you guys understand. He be doing some crazy shit. He's saying some crazy stuff. Like, it's actually insane. And I'll just be like, sure, babe. Like, whatever you say, I'm going to support you, and we just move on.
I wish I could show you guys the real funny videos we make that I can't post.
We honestly might just bite the bullet and just start posting everything, whatever. Who cares, you know?
I made it. Well, I make crazy jokes, guys. All right. My funniness is dumbed down for cancellation purposes.
But I was telling him, I don't think that you can be canceled. You only can be canceled if you let yourself get canceled. Like, I mean, look at the Tates, look at Jeffree Star, look at so many people who have been canceled time and time again, and they're still here. Rumble. We are on Rumble.
We're on Rumble, yeah. Dude, the real question is how many things have been thrown at you. That number is astronomical.
Mm-hmm. Make a dark jokes video.
Yeah, but I don't want to go to like. I mean, my dark jokes are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a few of them in my stand-up routine.
You're lucky to have such a down-to-earth guy. Most women don't.
I think we're very lucky, both of us, you know, and every day, you know, like the egotistical side of me says, hey, I built all of this. I started all of this. I, you know, write most of what we say, you know, when it's not unscripted, you know, but she's had some really witty comebacks. She's done so much work with editing. She's done so much. And then lately, her retorts and stuff have been organic. She's done such an amazing job. And I honestly can say that we couldn't have done this without each other. I think, you know, she had no desire to do any of this social media stuff. Like I had to drag her along and just be patient. And she's turned into such a beautiful woman when it comes to this stuff. You know, she already had she cooks and cleans and takes care of it. She just wants to be financially secure, have children, raise children. She handled that so well. You know, she put her college aside. And she's like, we can go do... When I was at my job and I wasn't liking the direction the company was going in.
He was so miserable.
I was so miserable. I had to work 6 days a week. I barely even knew Raylan at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now Raylan and me are best friends.
Well, you can see the difference, too, in... Like, he was gone so much when Raylan was little, or like a baby. But he's at home now with Aurelius. And you can see the difference in the bond that they have together. Like... You and Aurelius, I feel like, have already started to build a bond, which you and Raylan didn't until you started staying home because you barely had time with us at all. Barely time. It was pretty crazy.
But, like, I'll joke about things that you shouldn't joke about. Like, you know, I don't even want to say it.
You don't.
You know? Things that happened in the 1940s.
They can only cancel you if you do two things, apologize and lay down and take it. That's what I always say.
That's true. That is true.
That's exactly what I say.
Or the reason why they want to ban the guns. You know, I joke about those things. You know, Bud Light or Target. You know, I joke about those things.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Freaking crazy.
Trying to give you low-key hints, you know.
A truly supportive woman or man is hard to find, for sure. Kim Peasy's is our last name, yes. It's Sicilian.
Sicilian, yes. Thank you, DVS.
Which is Sicilian and Italian basically the same thing, right?
Kinda. But no. An Italian and a Sicilian will be like, oh.
But Sicily is part of Italy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all worked it out for sure. And I don't think we've ever been as happy as we are now. Especially in our new area that we're in. And can I hear about the guns? And all that. So.
Because I put some dark humor jokes, and I heard Bud Light is having issues now.
They are. So is Target.
Yeah. One of my jokes is like, hey.
Like crazy.
One of my jokes is like, hey, I used to have a struggle with drugs. I ended up in jail. I was so allergic to them. I broke out in handcuffs. I tried to switch to Bud Light. Didn't straighten me out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't care what you said. That's funny.
Yeah, that's one of my jokes. That's not that bad. But
yeah,
then
that's like an easy one.
Yeah. Or I had one that's something like, an octopus.
Don't say that.
It's not.
Don't do this one.
Okay.
Do not do that one.
See, Caitlin.
Time out.
I will say that Caitlin has done one thing that no man or woman in this world has ever done, has been able to restrict my mouth at times.
Yeah, at times. Sometimes.
Yeah. You want to see her ring? Show 'em. Is that what they're talking about?
I don't know, maybe.
The focus is hard on this camera. Yeah. I can't do the octopus.
He cannot do that one. Ever think about writing a screenplay? What is that? I would like to write a book.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
I'm gonna get that on camera in my stand-up bit. I also have. Can I see the Hitler one?
That one's fine.
Okay, so this one obviously would have to be in some type of delivery in a stand-up session. I'd be like, man, you guys remember COVID? The gas prices were so low. It was phenomenal, right? The economy starts to come back. The gas prices have gotten so high, I think it would even deter Hitler from using gas. You know what I mean? He'd be like, they're up to here. Like that, That's a dark joke that would piss some people off, you know what I mean?
Do the diamond test on the ring? I mean, I have papers saying it's real. So if it's not real, it's not my fault.
He said no. But I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers, like Matt Rife's videos are all on YouTube. Your Mom's House is all on YouTube.
Matt Rife gets pretty dark.
Yeah.
He gets...
Yeah.
I saw him talking to some girl when she's talking about being suicidal. I was like, oh my God, the stuff he said.
Yeah.
He's like, don't put me in your note. I was like, what? But yeah, he's not. But he also... I saw him talking about something crazy, like a girl overreacted when he did something wrong or something like that, so he broke up with her.
Not for my Berlin show.
I was like, oh no. You can always take the train. Book about what? Probably, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I would like to talk about. Mainly, my big thing probably is just being a mother and overcoming what I had to overcome after being a mom at 19. But then again, I sit and think, I'm like, I kind of had it easy. I had really good parents. They still gave me a house to live in after all that. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I've been through a few things, so I could have some really good things to say. I've always wanted to take my example and just talk to like other young women. There's a lot of stuff I doubt I put up with in past relationships that I wish I never would have. And I wish I could talk to young women about that and just tell them it's so not worth it to, whatever. To tell them, your life's not over if you have a child young. Stuff like that. I also am very good at creative writing. Writing has always been one of my strong suits. So I haven't mentioned even this to you, but I think that I would love to write children's books. That'd be really cool.
I would love to do that too. So
I have some, I don't even know if I can find it, but I have some really good like short stories that I wrote when I was in middle school. But
The next guest we're going to have for our podcast is this guy named Miguel. He's a public speaker. He's verified on Instagram, and he's got a few accounts that are blowing up. I think that we're going to do that next weekend. But deep fried deals, you know, I want to tell you this. You are one of the most intelligent people that I have met on the internet. And I've noticed that lately. I want you to know that. I appreciate you.
did you get judged for being a young mom? Yeah, I grew up in a really small town, and I went to a Southern Baptist church, grew up in that and everything. So the judgment wasn't to my face, but it was definitely behind me. I mean, I had so many people supporting me. I will not downgrade that. Like so much support. But I also had the people who, you know, say what they say about young moms, and I did everything in my power to prove that wrong. And look at me now. Yes, I have degrees. I'm not using it currently, but I do use the knowledge, and I'm very successful. I have a very good family. My daughter, who I had at 19, is so smart and well off. She's going to do big things. So I think that if anything, it's more like an in your face type of thing.
And where'd he go? Someone said bye. I can't see his name. Aaron Kumar. Good night, buddy.
I wish you guys could get Theo Vaughn. I would love to talk to him.
Try.
I would love to talk to him. He's funny. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, I have some crazy stories about how I grew up. I remember one time when I was a kid. You want to hear a story? It's a crazy story. One time when I was a kid, because you know my jokes got to come from somewhere. A little bit of trauma, right? A little sugar, spice, everything nice. One time when I was a kid, my dad left for the day. I don't know what he was doing. I don't remember what he was doing, but they left me with these babysitters, right? It was Lindsay Dyson. And
just name drop her like that.
Well, she died in the bathroom, heroin overdose in McDonald's.
My God.
So, like, you know, probably not the best babysitter, but this was my babysitter. And there was another guy named Danny Nazarchuk, and they were starting little fires in the garage at my house while my dad was gone and I was being babysitted. And I didn't care. I didn't pay attention to it. I saw him doing it. I didn't say anything, right? And I just never been like a snitching person, right? So he got home and he was trying to find out who started these fires. And I guess they said it must have been me. I don't remember, but I wasn't me. And I said it wasn't me. I didn't do it. So he took a lighter, right? Took my hand. He lit the lighter and he held my hand.
This is abuse.
Over the lighter and kept asking me to tell the truth. And I couldn't tell the truth because I didn't do it. And it burned my hand, 2nd-degree burn on my hand. And abuse. I never admitted to it. My mom was not happy. I remember my mom was very upset. Like, she was crying. Oh. Like, she's like, I can't get him away from you.
So that's why he's funny.
Yeah, part of it. That's just one of many, good stories.
Do you have a good story about your mom? Probably not. Your mom really just loved you. And just...
Yeah.
You're mama's boy.
Yeah.
He still is mama's boy.
I just don't really want to talk about him, I just don't think it's the best course of action. I want them to be better in life. So I don't think talking about them too much is a good idea.
My mom and dad, though, they're great. My mom's here watching the kids right now for us. They just built their house.
Yeah, her mom's here right now. You get her mom in here? I'm just kidding. The kids come.
What's your day job? This is our day job.
Yeah. We've been doing social media full time for, man, I don't even know.
2 years?
2 years?
No.
Year and a half?
Yeah. Yeah.
Year and a half? What's up, Prithvi?
Technically speaking, a friend likes a work colleague but is afraid to confess as he doesn't want to ruin their friendship or work atmosphere. What would you guys advise? This is so funny because there was another guy and he asked the same thing a long time ago. And I told him, just go for it. Like, if you don't shoot your shot, you're never gonna know. I mean, so what if she rejects you, or she or he rejects you, blah, blah, blah. Just go for it and see. And then if not, you can just be friends. Like, it's not gonna ruin, if it ruins your friendship, you weren't true friends in the first place. And now they're about to get married. So just do it. Just go for it. If you don't take the shot, you're never gonna know. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You live one life. You make the best of it. If you really like this person, go for it.
Yeah, and I don't think you should be afraid. And a lot of times, feelings get in the way. So you may not actually really like this person. You just like the toxicity of the person, or the inability to get the person. So shooting your shot, trying your best, being a nice person. Obviously you don't want to be too nice, but you want to be kind and upfront. Don't hide your feelings because you're afraid of getting rejected. People sense that stuff a lot, and you'll get rejected. So be upfront, set boundaries, set standards, let them know, hey, this is what I'm looking for in this relationship. Do not accept a friend zone. Accept only what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. And if you can't get what you're looking for, you need to move on. Yeah. Out of respect for yourself. And people will respect you more for that. You don't have to just do that in dating. Those can be the standards you set everywhere, in a job, in a family, in a relationship, friendships. You have to set standards, draw the line in the sand, boundaries, and establish what you're looking for. That's how you earn respect, and that is how you grow as a person.
Did Kate's father know about your past before you got married? Yes.
Kate's who?
My dad. Did he know about your past?
He knew about all of it.
I mean, yeah.
What'd you tell him?
Not like the whole thing. Okay, my mom the second you start dating anyone, she looks up everything about you. So she already knew pretty much his legal history, and then I told them about that. But I mean, what you were in the past, as long as you weren't like a murderer, rapist, yeah. Like, they're like, okay, is he like that now? No. Are you happy? No. Does he take care of you? That's my dad's and my mom's main thing, is as long as I'm taken care of and I'm happy. It doesn't matter who you are, it's not. I mean, of course they would have their preferences, but at the end of the day, as long as we're happy and taken care of, me and any of my siblings, they're not going to care, which is how any parent should be. How is the cost of living for that middle class? Can you bear it? It's definitely getting up, for sure.
I think a membership is $4.99 or something. I really don't have anything special for memberships other than you can watch our old VODs of our lives.
We should do something special.
How did y'all meet? So we met at a diner, deep fried. I actually have a video of how we met.
2 videos, I think, talking about it. It was a while back. We reenacted it.
Maybe what we can do for members is just have like a live cooking dinner or eating dinner
just
thing.
Talk to you guys only. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Do you guys think a long distance relationship would hold under special circumstances? I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, if you really love each other.
Yeah.
I think anything would work if you actually genuinely love each other. If we had to go long distance, it would suck. But I mean, we would be fine.
She would not be fine.
I'm saying our relationship would last.
But so she would be.
But no, I would be absolutely miserable.
She'd be having a stroke.
So would you.
I mean, I can handle a little distance,
Are you saying you need some space?
I'm not saying I need it. I'm just saying that I could handle it.
You think I'd depend that much on you?
No. I just remember when we first started talking, I couldn't go play basketball for anything.
That's not true.
For longer than 2 hours before you had a stroke.
That was because I made you dinner and you didn't come home for it.
I was hitting threes like Curry.
The way you twist things is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Morning, Ken. So I also stream on Twitch. All the links are in that Beacons page right there. We have a video is how I think it's where we fell in love or how we fell in love.
I think it's where.
Where we fell in love.
Yeah.
My beard shaved off because someone paid me $200 on a live to shave my beard off.
Oh, yeah. That was, God, I hope no one ever does that to you again.
Yeah. You can't be bald and not have a beard.
And Raylan, I remember when she looked at you, she was like,
slap him? How much?
what is love wanting to meet? Are there certain things in the brain that actually make it true? I don't know. I just know that when I knew I loved you, no one else like hold on. Let me gather my thoughts. I sound like my 5-year-old right now.
Give a woman's perspective, then I'll give a man's perspective.
Sure. So when I met you, there was nothing that was going to stop me from being with you. Mm-hmm. And there was no one else that was going to stop me from being with you. There was no one else that was better than you or anyone else I preferred to be with. Like, it was you. And that to me is love. And still to this day, it's you. I mean, you can be annoying, but like, it's still going to be you. You know, just go take a walk type of thing.
Mm-hmm. I like that. So, you know, the question he was asking was,
what's love?
What's love? Chemical reaction or not? And I used to chase that chemical feeling of like in the gut, oh my God, I'm so infatuated with people. I used to chase that a lot. But I will say that with Caitlin, I was very calm, I was very confident, and I wasn't afraid. And that is the first time in my life that I was calm, confident, and not afraid. And I loved her in a way that wasn't like lust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was more about, I watched her. I studied her, how she treated her children, or her child at the time, and how she handled, she woke up at 5 a.m. and she got Adeline ready. She made her lunch. She took her to daycare. She opened up the diner. She worked for 12 hours. She managed people. And I was like, this woman is what I'm looking for to raise children. So.
But I feel like we have to wake up every day and still choose to love each other and choose to pour into each other. It's not always going to be such an easy chemical feeling.
Yeah.
When you love someone and you commit to them, especially when you get married to them, it's a full-on commitment, and you have to work at each other every day and be the best partners. It's not just, you're not always going to be like, oh my God, like, I'm so attracted to you. Sometimes you're going to be like, oh, you're so annoying. But, that's just part of it. You're still going to love each other and move on from there.
And Yin Vision, big fam, very wholesome relationship, very hopeful content. You guys manifest what you want by going for it. I'm also taking the leap as a YouTuber. Hope to spread positivity like you. Wish me luck. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate you, man.
Best of
Good
luck.
luck.
No nannies. So we have a babysitter who is my sister, and then my mom also helps us with the kids as much as she can. His mom does come and help us a lot too. Well, I won't say a lot, but when she can. So we don't have outside people. I can hear our baby going, ah. He does this new thing where he does over and over again. Is it a little bit difficult to maintain the relationship after kids are born? Not for us. I see this trend on TikTok talking about, and it's this scene from a movie where these two people are like walking right past each other, ignoring each other, and people were like, this is what my relationship became after we had kids. And I
Snow Wolf steals our content.
Yeah. By the way. But anyway, I just don't, that didn't happen for us. But also we make very, very, very big efforts to keep our relationship alive, I think.
Yeah, I think
and that. And even when I can't, you do.
Right. And I think that she's special. So she gives me so much distance, and then when I come for love, she's very open. She's not naggy or whiny or sometimes, but that not like that. She's very open to my love when it's available. She gives me the distance because I'm a man. I need some space sometimes.
If there's one thing my father taught me, I will credit him a lot. It's just he taught me how a man works, how a man's brain works, and how to either not annoy someone. He is just very adamant on, because he was trying to raise me to be a good wife, right? And he made sure I knew how a man's brain works and the differences and anything. So I just know that nagging is never going to do you any good in a relationship. On the other hand, if you're constantly having to nag someone to treat you right, it's just not. With Andrew, I think I have to say, if I ever have a problem, I say maybe it once, sometimes twice, and it's fixed, especially him to me. Like, I'm not constantly, so that's another thing. I don't nag, but I don't have to nag. So that works a lot. Yeah.
As far as religion goes, we're both very spiritual people, and we both have Christian backgrounds. We may not be, completely one-sided in this argument.
Yeah.
I personally have studied quite a few religions across the world, They sound eerily similar across the world, so.
I don't like to put a label on it.
Yeah.
I just, I believe in Jesus. I know that. I
reference Jesus a lot.
I just have a hard time. So I've gone through some spiritual battles. I'll just say that. Someone asked who said I love you first, and it's funny because this is what happened. I don't know if you even remember this.
It was an accident, right?
He thought I said I love you, and he said I love you too. And I was like, wait, I didn't say that.
She said it.
No, I didn't.
She's trying to cover it up.
But then after that, I was like, but I do love you. But that's not what I said. But so then ever since then, we said we loved each other, I think.
I never cared about the single mom narrative. In my experience, most women that had children were much more mature and balanced and easy to talk to. Single mothers typically have somewhat of trauma, so they can handle good jokes. It was the 26-year-old woman with no kids that just was stuck up, and then it was 20, 22-year-old women that were just too young and immature. But a child matures people much faster. And with her, how she was raised and her parents raised her, and then having a child that she had to care for, and it was just the perfect storm for me, what I was looking for. Does being a stepfather have challenges? Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know if I could ever do it.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine what he goes through knowing that. And I think it would be it's probably easier for a step parent if bio parent isn't in the picture. But when bio parent is and they're active, I think it's even harder because you don't want to overstep boundaries, but then again, it's also your house. So it's hard. It's very, very hard. It's something we deal with all the time.
And it's a little bit easier too when the child's very young. So
right.
When I met Caitlin, she was 2. So
she doesn't even remember a life without him.
She doesn't. She has no idea what a life without me. So, but I would assume that going into a relationship with someone that's 4 or the child's 4, 6, 8,
10, 12, yeah. That I can imagine that's very hard.
And it really depends on how active the father is in the relationship. So there's many variables and variations of situations that differ.
How's the sex life after 3? Ours doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah.
Well, I got my wisdom teeth out 2 weeks ago. And then she started her period. So this has been the longest drought for her.
Yeah.
Not for me, but.
Stop. I feel like being a stepdad is harder in some ways. Oh, I would probably say that being a step parent is harder. For sure. Because it's not biologically your kid, but it is. You want to treat him as yours, and you don't want to. I just can't even.
Sean, how old are you, Sean?
He might be joking.
Oh.
He might be joking. Yeah, and that's another thing. And then, yeah, I do. Dawn, I get that. We get that. What would you say you both find hot about each other now compared to before?
Go ahead.
I don't know. He's just a really good dad. And so I don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, I work. I do this. I help provide for the family financially as well. But it's I don't have to if I don't want to. He would take care of me regardless. And I know that no matter what, he's just going to figure it out. And that is so... as a woman, when I know I can just switch my focus to my house and my children and just taking care of them and not having to also provide if I can't or if I don't want to, he's just going to take care of it. That to me is very, very attractive. I don't have to be independent with him. I just don't. and I don't want to be, and I don't have to be, and I think that's very attractive. Also, he has nice arms.
And she doesn't really step on my toes.
Mm-hmm.
We work so well together. You know, it's just so functioning and flowing, our relationship. And I think that's just the sexiest part about it, is that we just understand each other so well and what we're trying to do. And we heed each other's advice and respect each other's word to where we take a step back and consider what they're saying. We don't have a knee-jerk reaction and get upset. You know, those are the type of things that work in our relationship very well. And I think it's a lot of problems that people have is they take things to heart too much in a relationship, and they don't know when to just be intelligent, you know?
Do you think your bad relationships in the past made you appreciate each other more, both since now you're in a good relationship? Oh, for sure. For sure. Especially seeing him just take care of our children and the way he takes care of things. And like I said, I don't have to be independent, and I'm taken care of. And it's something that I will cherish forever and never, ever let go of, ever. Because you don't realize how good that is until you're in it. And then when you're actually in it, and I can let my guard down. And even now I have, like, when we first got together and all that, I had a lot of trouble trying to be in charge, because that's just what I was so used to. I mean, even something as simple as, like, stop holding the door open for me, let me grab the door for you. Stuff like that was hard for me, but I was just so used to.
Off.
It does make me. I was just so used to that. I was doing everything on my own, and I had to be in charge. And so I wasn't used to being with a man who could also be in charge, and I can step back and let it go. So now I just realize how easy it is to just, like, let him do it. And it's so nice.
SS says, DC always seemed chilling videos. When the last time you got really angry? I get angry, video games, the dog. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. We get in fights. I get angry, but we don't get in fights a lot.
No.
So I don't really get that angry much.
Don't get angry.
But if I do get angry, it's just a farce. I'm using it to manipulate the situation. Because I'm really not angry, or I'm angry all the time. I don't know which one it is. Either I'm angry 24/7 and I just have it under control. But I also listen to some philosophers and psychologists and people around the, environment say that you shouldn't be angry. But I think anger is a valuable tool in certain situations, especially if you're like a manager or you're in a leadership position in a time-based situation, General Kenobi, that you have to be angry when people aren't doing their job. Like, you can't be like, oh, it's okay, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The new dog, he's a lot. He's getting better, but he needs a lot of work. Jax has been acting up the past few days. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Deep fried. I really like Robert Green. This is the tannest she's ever been. She didn't know how to get tan until she met me.
Yeah, true. But I don't wear sunscreen unless it's on my face.
Yeah, exactly. MC.
I have made my skin get very used to the sun, but I also don't stay out in the sun forever either. So I've almost conditioned my skin to not fry and to get tan. Yeah, Jesper, I get it. That's how I was. I was I don't, but then I met him. And that mindset, isn't going to work if you want a partner.
I will say that I genuinely do not feel like I have sacrificed any of my independence. Having 3 kids or being with her, and that's solely because of the job that she does in this family.
She's an amazing. I let you be your own person.
Yeah, she handles so much and does so much that allows me to continue being me, and it's helped our family, I think.
Which is very important for a man and a woman, anyone. But I'm just speaking as a wife. It's very important to give your person their own personal things.
John Saxon, do you have any recommendations for mental health, as I'm really struggling with mental health right now? Routine, I think, is really beneficial.
Go outside.
Developing a small routine whether it's just brushing your teeth at the same time every day, waking up at the same time every day, eating your meals at the same time every day, and then, of course, what you're eating, what you're drinking, and being physically active, getting vitamin D. Those are just the basics, and more than likely, you'll still feel pretty depressed or unhealthy mentally after that. But if you do it for a sustained amount of time, let's say 30 days, I think that you will feel residual results that make you feel better and more open to trying new things or hobbies and stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things in spite of the fear. There's a lot of things on your mind, I'm sure, that you want to do, but you're afraid to start. Just starting those things and then trying to follow through with those things are all a good recipe to help your mental health.
I think that people also undervalue going outside and putting your bare feet on the ground and just soaking it in for a second. That sounds really hippie, I know. But, I mean, there's a reason why grounding is a thing. Just being connected with the ground and earth and just taking a few deep breaths is very helpful. That helps me a lot.
How much do we pay for rent?
$22.50.
We pay $22.50
for a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, like 1,800 square foot.
4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Here comes Ray.
It's door shut. You can't get in.
She can open that door.
Oh, she can?
Yeah.
Yeah, but video games can also hurt.
Yeah, they can also make it worse.
Because video games have stopped me from doing some things lately. I didn't play for like months, and then I've been binging Apex. She laughs because, but she's let me do it, guys. That's the thing. She makes a couple comments. Of course, I try to stop when I need to stop.
But the thing is I can come in here and be like, I really need help, and you will get off of it and come help me.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that often. Mm-hmm. But, like, if I need you, you do it.
And I had a lot of the house cleaned before she got home today.
He did. And I only left for like 30 minutes. I was very impressed when I got home. It makes me feel very, like I don't do it fast enough.
You don't. But that's not a you thing. That's just because I'm special. I was abused. And I grew up with a father that owned a construction company. And I saw how beautiful things can be done if you work in the right direction at the right speed. And you don't let things distract you. My dad taught me a lot of great lessons.
Yeah, Napalm, I was about to say, I don't know where you live, but my backyard doesn't have A's.
What?
He said if you put your bare feet on the ground around, you'll likely step on something that give you AIDS. And I read that first. I was like, okay. And then he said around here. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but like my backyard is safe.
He must live in like Oregon or California where the junkies live in the streets and there's syringes everywhere.
Favorite beer? I don't really like beer.
I don't like beer either. I usually drink Crown Royal, but I think Crown Royal gives me really bad hangovers.
Yes, because when we drank vodka the other day, you were fine.
Yeah, I've been drinking vodka at Red Bull.
I switched him over to clear, light liquor, and he's been doing great.
I just don't drink a lot.
Yeah, we don't drink like that, though. I drink wine every once in a while. I need to get another bottle.
It also it honestly takes me a couple days to mentally be ready to make more videos when I drink, so I can't smoke weed because I won't make videos.
Yeah.
Your dad used to beat you fun times? Me too.
It's sort of funny because, I thought that my parents were, a little but they were great parents compared to y'all's parents. My parents were amazing.
Not drinking rain, I do a cycle. I drink rains, a couple rains, and then I drink coffee. So I've been drinking coffee for a week now, maybe.
You do that. You go back and forth. Oh my God, Blue. They probably went outside or something.
You're right, Lord Vader. Weed makes me paranoid. Yeah, I get that too.
I'm just already paranoid, so. Nothing really accentuates it. I'm just a paranoid person. I walk in anywhere. I can hardly even sit in a movie theater without getting anxious that someone's going to come in and shoot up the place. America things.
Yeah, I have to consider that every restaurant I go to, when I sit down, I think about, because man, there's so many times that I just walk into Publix and I'm not paying attention, and you see the videos with the shooters jump out and just start, like, they would get me so quick sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I think about Caitlin going to the grocery store by herself with the kids. You know, how is she going to defend the 3 kids in a scenario like that? It's probably pretty unhealthy. That's trauma, you know?
Well, so my dad also basically trained us to where always know your surroundings. That was a huge thing. Always be aware of your surroundings. And then when you walk into a building, where are your exit points? Always sit where you're facing the exit points. That's been a hard thing to give up because I like to do it, but also he likes to do it, but I have to let him do it.
Yeah, she's got to chill sometimes.
But yeah. But that's something we are very much instilling in our children as well. Be aware of your surroundings. Where are you at all times? You know, who is around you? Stuff like that.
And make sure, guys, if you haven't yet, like the live. I think likes help drive the engagement on getting more people here in live. And then also, I do stream on Twitch. We have some other social media links in here too. I don't know what else you guys would follow, to be honest. YouTube is where we make all our money, so don't go to like the other ones. But Twitch.
What do you do for normal? We do content creation.
Yeah.
We don't have normal jobs.
I'll be honest with you guys. You guys want to know some truths? I used to be a project manager for an electrical contracting company, but it was family owned, so I was grandfathered in. I have experience in the electrical field. I'm not the best electrician, but I know I'm not like jack of all trades, master of one isn't better of master of none or something like that. So
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
I know quite a bit about I know a lot about electrical contracting. I'm not a strong electrician though. So I'm more of a management leadership thing. Mm-hmm. And I've done purchasing, I've done estimating, I've done design, I've done working in the warehouse, I've worked in the field, I've done underground. So that was why I was a project manager at the family company that I was at. But I just didn't like the direction because I will never compromise my character for anyone or anything. And I don't like being asked to lie, basically, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like manipulation when it is to degrade certain people, I guess you could say. So I don't like those aspects of the company that I was in, so I left, right? I asked Caitlin, we had a conversation. I was like, I would rather do YouTube and social media. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but I think I can make it work. I think we can do this. Last year, we made $62,000 on Google AdSense. So for watching videos on our YouTube, we made $62,000. And then we also had some brand deals throughout the year. So I would say that we made close to the same amount as we were before, Because
I was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. So personally, thank you guys. You guys are the contributing factor to why we are able to do this. Coming here, watching our videos, commenting, sharing our videos. You guys are the reason why we're able to do this, And obviously, Caitlin's a great sport. It's been wonderful. She's very willing to do the things that I ask and, hit me when I ask her to hit me. And she's always able to turn it on. She could be having a bad day and I'd be like, we got to have this video. She'll have a little bit of attitude about it. I'm like, we got to make this video, and I'll throw the video idea at her. She'll do it. We'll do our improv towards the video. She won't know what I'm going to say, but she knows the basis of where to start in the video. And she's always turns it on and does well, even if she's just being grumpy, And I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of you guys for your contributions and your continual support.
Yeah, I don't think you guys understand the life that you give us with our children. It is so beautiful. And sometimes I take it for granted. I get, so complacent. And I'm like, oh, this, find things to complain about. But then when you take a step back and look, we are able to stay at home with our kids, homeschool our children. We basically make our own schedule. We can go on vacation if we want. So thank you, every time you guys engage or even just watch, click on the video, even, it helps everything for us. So thank you.
I just don't know where to give you an uncensored show. Like, where do we put that?
I guess Rumble. Can you go live on Rumble?
Yeah, we can go live on Rumble.
We're not sure if we're going to have any more, Elijah. We're pretty good where we're at right now. If
She wants another boy.
she wants another girl.
I know.
I feel like I should have a brother. But then again, I just think about being pregnant again and going through postpartum again. And it's just something that does not sound appealing at all to me. So I think I'd be okay with my 3.
I'm sad because I just lost my virginity while watching it. What the fuck?
All right.
Tennessee, we could go to the mountains there.
Kick isn't a split. I've never even heard of that. You said you don't like it when someone calls you lucky, so do you completely eliminate luck's role in your life?
No. I just don't like it, man. Because it's such a tough concept, you know? Because part of me says there's no such thing as luck, right? Part of me says you make your own luck and all that. But the chances of me existing in this present moment, in this country, in this state, you know, being within miles of where Caitlin was, that all has to constitute as luck, right? Speaking English, I'm lucky that I spoke English in a time of YouTube, you know, whereas if I was born in another country, I wouldn't speak the language that has amassed us the comedy that we have and the people, the followers, you know? But luck is something that shouldn't be hoped for. You shouldn't hope for good luck. You know what I mean? You should just work really hard and luck will find its way towards you. I believe that opportunity presents itself in many forms and many facets every single day of your life, all the time. And a lot of opportunity passes by us because we're not constantly working on ourselves, building our character, working towards a goal, seizing those opportunities. We're bottled up inside, depressed, eyes shut to the opportunities that pass us by, afraid to take a step in that direction, afraid to try and attempt new things that we've had our mind on. And I think that's when opportunity passes us by. But luck only shows up when you're ready for it and when you're working towards it. So it's such a complicated thing. It's just complicated. You know what I mean? You're always where you're meant to be. I'm with it.
You can create your own luck.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
You can MC bills. You're right.
Any tips for guys whose hair is thinning?
So I just shaved it off, you know? And yes, I'm wearing a hat inside. Yes, I think this hat looks good on me, you know?
Well, we're going to do that hair regrowth thing. We're going to try that.
So I do like a number 1 on mine. And I still, like I said, I think I still look good like this, but I'll take it off.
I always tell you guys, as a woman, I have never looked at a man and been like, oh my gosh, she's bald or thinning. I'm not going to talk to him. And if there's a woman who's doing that, she's probably not the one for you anyway.
Right. But I also have like a good looking like bald head, you know?
You do have a nice head.
Yeah.
This is where Aurelius gets his bump from.
Right here?
Yeah. Well, he's always feeling the side of Aurelius' head. He's like, oh my God, his bump. It's your skull, babe.
Sorry.
Like right here, there's this bump. Like it goes like this. He's like, my skull,
yeah.
I would look terrible bald. I got bumps everywhere. The back of my head is weird.
Yeah. And so we actually got offered a sponsorship for a hair regrowth thing. Mm-hmm. And I normally I would say no, but I was like, a lot of people ask me what to do about their hair. So I'm going to try this company out and see what it does to my hair, because I'll still keep it short, but I would like to have like a line, you know, the line would be nice.
I think that's your big, you just want a hairline.
Yeah.
Because I don't even like the pictures of him with hair.
So I've read Marcus Aurelius's Meditations on Stoicism, but there are better books than that. Ryan Holiday has quite a few books about Stoicism. I recommend Ryan Holiday. He's a little bit of like a liberal kind of guy, though. He's got some crazy ideology, and then Robert Greene has a lot of good books on human nature, 48 Laws of Power, talking about, you know, being a seducer, a creative person that seduces people.
He does, Future. He does.
You guys never seen me with hair?
Well, it's funny because so Aurelius has the same problem. Like the hair on the top grows like straight down. It doesn't grow sideways. So he has to like spike it up. So I think that's what makes him look like Jersey Shore. What you seek is seeking you. I like that.
Yeah. Did you ever wear a wig? And just in the videos, the funny videos.
Oh, yeah, my redhead wig. I don't even know where our kids have done something with it. Oh. It's getting hot in here. Jordan Peterson?
I like Jordan Peterson. You know, obviously not everything that Jordan Peterson says I really care about, but most of Jordan Peterson's really good.
I like what he has to say about parents.
Yeah.
Children.
Jordan Peterson just tries to understand, you know? And like what Jordan Peterson has done with his daughter, where his daughter, she's not, you know, Jordan Peterson. She says some, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't think she says that she's not on the level that Jordan is on. But for his daughter to be a YouTuber, influential person, to make tons of money, have a podcast, be able to travel another podcast and make money without having to go work for other people, you know, and still being an intelligent speaking person, I look forward to the opportunity to do that with my children. Mm-hmm. I think Beth Cooper, is that her name? Beth Cooper? The homeschool girl? We homeschool our kids hoping that they'll end up like Beth Cooper. I think that's her name. So I think smashing like does help the algorithm.
No baby, John.
No baby.
We're good with babies right now. I do like how Jordan Peterson just tries to understand. I've kind of taken that into my own life. I really do try to understand everything. I try to understand people. I try to understand every decision they make. I try very hard. Sometimes I can't, but I do try very hard. I think if you try to understand and be an understanding person, you become less judgmental. And that's what you want to be, right? You don't want to be judgmental. It's just, that's not a good look ever. Everyone has their own life story. Everyone has the will to do whatever they want. But I do like how he tries to be very understanding to everything.
And, you know, this is one thing that's been so crazy to me. JR says, how do you two deal with the negative comments, whether it's by yourself or a ASA team?
As a team.
Oh, as a team.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was saying like somebody answers the comments for him. People say that people answer the comments for them on YouTube. They have a manager that answers the comments. It's crazy.
Yeah, we don't do that. We answer them ourselves.
Yeah.
How did you manage homeschool? Well, my oldest is 5, so we haven't gotten into like the brink of it yet. But right now we just focus. We really just go off of their interests and their strengths. For example, my 5-year-old is very, very good with memorization. Her memory is insane. We play this memory game, and she almost beats us every time. And she's really good with numbers. So we emphasize those things. She likes to learn about animals and science. So anything that is in her interest, we take it and we run with it, hoping that it's going to, you know, grow that. The 2-year-old doesn't really, she likes dinosaurs. So we learn about dinosaurs. We haven't really found anything else yet that she wants to learn about. But yeah.
And someone said, hello, commenter, hello, I am struck by your wisdom and thoughtfulness as someone who couldn't live otherwise. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you.
I post a lot of wisdom and thoughtfulness stuff on my Instagram and my personal YouTube. It's just nobody ever cares. Like, I have been making videos on the internet for like 13 years and nobody gave a shit until I started joking around with her. And that's fine, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, is like I've worked very hard at becoming somewhat of an influencer for a very long time. This did not happen overnight. I studied Instagram and the algorithm and how it worked. I tried making videos, and then finally, one thing that I did not let me get in the way, because when Snapchat came out, I let my pride get in the way. I was like, I don't care about Snapchat. I'm not doing that shit. When Facebook came out, I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. I had MySpace. I'm done with that. So as soon as TikTok came out, I had 2 people tell me that I should do it. I got the app. I was over 30 when I got it. I was like, let me just try. I don't care how old I am. I don't care if it's an app for kids. Let me see. and it worked out really well. So then I started posting on YouTube. As soon as the YouTube Shorts beta dropped, immediately I wrote a long letter to YouTube. I sent it to YouTube, and I thought that reaching out to YouTube, they would respond to me. And then I was posting videos on YouTube, and one video just blew up. And that was it. That was a wrap. And it's all been uphill from there. It's obviously been hard sometimes because views fluctuate a lot. They go up and down. You always don't make as much money, but YouTube genuinely is like almost like a work-based thing. The more content you produce, the more content that's engaged with, the better off your videos will do. So it's obviously very hard to sustain good content for a long period of time. We make some really bad videos. I'm sure you guys agree. Some of them are really good. Some of them are really bad. I've tried to kind of not make too many bad videos anymore. A lot of our previous shorts are terrible. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're so bad. Now I try to keep them good. Yeah. Keep them as good as possible. We're still trying to figure out how to make long form vlogs that are really entertaining and good. But we're working on it, We're going to keep trying to grow. We're trying to stream more on Twitch and YouTube. We're trying to possibly do our podcast live every Sunday so that you guys can be engaged with us the entire time, and we'll have topics and stuff like that. We have a Discord. If you guys want us to talk about certain topics on Discord, go to the Discord, send us a message. Like I said, all the Twitch links and everything are on that Beacons page that I just posted in chat, and that's where we can do it.
I don't think you're ever too old for anything, John.
You could get famous at 50.
Yeah. Future, there might be some hurricanes. We just had like a tiny, tiny one, and it was crazy, and the wind was crazy. So I'm thinking that there might end up being something like that. Dude's literally a beta. Sean,
why are you annoying?
Yo, what's going on with you? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about something bothering you? I feel like everyone who speaks like that has some internal issues. So if you are wanting to work through it, we can.
It's so funny. It's because
really, I mean, yeah, that's just all I have to say about that. Anything involving food brings views? Okay. I think we'll definitely do some more cooking with the Campezies. Maybe he's intimidated. Maybe he's not very happy with himself. A lot of the times that's where negative comments from is people aren't happy with themselves.
You just turned 50 with a 4-year-old daughter. You started, I'm glad you got your life over like all the other stuff you wanted to do. How old's your wife?
My aunt and uncle.
Or girlfriend, whatever she is. How old is she?
My aunt was 45 when she had her baby.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a rare scenario.
It is. Are you happy with that? Like waiting to have a child when you were older? How does that feel for you? Because everyone tells me you wasted your 20s having kids, blah, 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 blah. So, like, I would like to see it from the other side. My wife is 33. Heck
That's
yeah.
good. Hell yeah, DVS.
54 with an 8-year-old. I mean, hey.
That's crazy, guys.
I love seeing how everyone's just on a different path. Like, it's so crazy to me. I'm 24 with a 5-year-old, and you're 50 with a 4-year-old. Like, it's just so crazy how everyone has so many. Oh, wow. You have so many age groups. 27-year-old son, 17-year-old boys.
That's crazy.
And then a 4-year-old. Wow. You're spread out, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you feel like you had to start over? We prefer just time them out.
Just time them out. Don't block them.
Yeah, don't block.
Unless I say block them.
Hi, Quinn.
I'm really gentle when it comes to blocking people. We had some people in our Discord that I just let stay so long that were being so annoying. Our Discord's gotten a lot better. You guys want to hear a funny story? We think it's fake. We're not sure. So this girl has come. 2 girls have come in. One in my Twitch, one in the Discord have come in, and they've tried to like court me. It seems like, you know.
They say the same thing. The same person. I really highly even doubt it's a girl, but I'm very happy for him. He's getting all this attention.
Yeah, I got girls flirting with me.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because Caitlyn, everyone flirts with Caitlyn all the time. You know, we got recognized in public too at Chuck E. Cheese yesterday. This guy came across Chuck E. Cheese as soon as we walked in the door. He come running across. He's like,
he was very nice.
I knew you guys were local. I knew it. I seen her UCF shirt. Bro, I send your videos to my wife all the time. And I look over his wife, and she just looked pissed. It was so funny. I'm like, damn, she probably hates me, man.
42 with a 2-year-old granddaughter. My parents are the same way. My parents are...
He's fine.
I was listening to the kid cry to see what kind of cry it was. Sorry. My parents were 46 and 48. Something like that. And they have 5 grandchildren. The oldest is...
Could we do something like, could we go live and live react to like Matt Rife's comedy special? Would you guys be interested in watching us live react to Matt Rife's comedy special? Or watching comedy shows with you guys? Would that be a good video that you guys would watch? Are you hungry yet? Mm-hmm. Are we going to go eat?
Sure.
Is that something that we can do while she's here? Yeah. We met at a diner. We actually have a whole video reenacting how we met. Do you want me to get it for you? I'll get it for you. This is crazy how bad this video is doing. But it happened the same thing yesterday or Friday. It's doing good analytically, but it could be just a bad day.
I knew it. Raylan knocked him over.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Sean? Did you get timed out or something? Sean, you just called me a beta, right?
Yeah.
But I want to know what about me is a beta, so I can work on myself, you know? Did I go too far back? No.
No, there.
A second channel? Yeah, Matt Rife is really good. I would say that I have a lot of similarities in Matt Rife's comedy, but...
Hey, Cosmic.
Oh, Angel Cosmic. He's ready to play Apex. That's why he's coming in. He's like, what you got going on, man? You've been on YouTube Live too long. I'm probably going to go eat after this, Cosmic. Maybe after that. I got to charge my camera again because we've been on here for about 87 minutes.
This has been really fun, though. I've really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
This has actually been one of the most enjoyable YouTube lives I've had. Yeah. Sometimes it gets like... Dave Chappelle is very funny. Artemio? Am I saying that right?
No, I just gave you free permission.
Yeah, Sean, we allowed you to say it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean, break it down for me.
It's definitely benefited Troy.
That's why. I'm looking at your channel, Sean. I'm looking at your default picture.
Come to Australia. That would be really cool.
We would like to go to Australia.
We would love that. We're going to get our passports soon.
Yes.
And all that.
Where are we gonna eat?
Aztecas.
Is that where we're going?
I already know that's where you want to go. Like, I already know. Like,
You don't want to go there?
No, I will go there. That's fine.
Do you want to go there?
Yes, that's fine.
Azteca fire. Got this queso.
Should we ask my mom if she wants to go, or should we leave her?
We can take your mom to. We can take your mom to
let's
lunch.
take her to lunch.
That means our kids are going, but that's fine.
I mean, they're not that bad. These are we have the ones that eat. So.
Hey, Maddie.
Maddie, hey, how are you?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Manscaped worth it? Yeah.
I like the way this stuff smells, and I use the brush on my son's hair. What are they barking at? We're not actually toxic. We're actually very healthy. We communicate very well. Your moralities towards your wife, how you treat her, how you married her with her social state. Oh, you're one of those people who like looks down on men who marry someone with a kid. I despise people like you. I do, because here's the thing. I thought that the man that I had a kid with was my forever, right? Things happened. I got treated in a way I never thought I was treated. I left. I found him. He completely dropped everything to be with me as someone who has a child, but he did not change anything about him. You know? Every single mom does not find herself in that position. Like, it's not someone's decision to be a single mother. It was never my intention to have two fathers of my children. Like, never. That was not, you know? So when people look down on men who become stepdads, it blows my mind, because is that, like, do you think that not every woman deserves to have a man who loves them regardless if they have a child or not? Do you think that not every child deserves to have father figures too? What about the ones whose parents die? And then, you know, like, it just blows my mind. I just think it's so crazy. And I think there's a stereotype around single mothers that we are looking for, like, a man to, like, take care of us and everything. And I think it's so the opposite. I think that's a very small percentage of single moms. I think that single moms in general are some of, like, the most badass people alive. Like, they are taking care of children, and they are taking care of the house. Like, they're doing everything by themselves. So normally for a single mom, getting with a man is just like an extra little, you know, benefit. It's not something we need. And I think that's the most amazing thing about single mothers, is we don't need a man. We choose them. And I think that makes the man even better. You got chosen to be a father. You got chosen to be a husband. And you got chosen in a way where we actually genuinely want you. We don't, like, need you. Is that makes sense? That's kind of superficial. I wanted to get deeper, but Sean said, your moralities towards your wife, how you treat her and how you married her with her social state. So basically,
yeah, you're an idiot.
I'm genuinely trying to understand. Like, I get it. I get how that can be looked down upon, and I get how, because there are people on social media who say this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And then people just eat it up, right? Oh, like, if you want to be an alpha man, you can't be with someone who has a kid. Like, you can't take care of someone else's children, blah, blah, blah. And it just blows my mind, because I think that that is one of the greatest things a man can do. A man's supposed to be a provider, right? They're supposed to be a provider. So isn't taking care of another person's kid providing as well? And I don't give a shit about if it's morally justified or not.
It's not that you don't agree with it. It's just that you came here and called me a beta for it. That's not, you're being, you know, like, you're a kid though. You know, you're like, how old are you? 24, 25 maybe? Like
But I also
you genuinely don't know. You just don't know. Do you have children? No.
But I also think it's okay that if a man doesn't want to be with someone who has kids, I think that's okay. If that's your decision, that's fine. I have no, like, I personally, after I broke up with my ex, I would have never probably got with a man who had children. That was not what I wanted to do.
Well, let me put it in perspective for you. Okay. The human race is the most sophisticated biological thing on the planet, right? And it's the most valuable thing in the known universe. There is no other living species that we know of. The only thing that matters, the only thing that's real purpose is protecting that human species, is growing that human species in a way that avoids extinction, right? So when you have the opportunity to embed yourself in a young child and grow that child and make that child into a strong person, which benefits the whole of the human race, that is the absolute least fucking beta thing you can do in the world. Mm-hmm. You are a simple-minded young kid who swallows this fucking red pill bullshit, and you're just as bad as the other side. It's this whole mindset that alpha usually, okay, if you even look at a group of chimpanzees, for instance, right? There's a study by a neurobiologist, Dr. Robert Sapolsky, in which the alpha his immune system is much lower than the caretakers of the chimpanzee group. So people who behave like alphas have a heightened level of stress, and stress is the number one killer in the human race. It increases cortisol. So acting like an alpha and behaving like an alpha is the most unhealthy fucking thing you can do. You have to have a balance, a symbiotic balance in who you are as a person. So the whole mindset that you have right here is just a joke. And I know that Tristan and Andrew, they go a little too far sometimes in their ideologies, but they don't deal with it as much, okay? They're taking advantage of you, mm-hmm. of people like you. And I personally enjoy Andrew and Tristan Tate and some of the things they say.
Well, there's other people too who just go
like
on
Fresh
and
and
on
Fit.
about it.
Fresh and Fit, I don't like them as much. So,
but I do think, like you said, they're taking advantage mm-hmm. of young men and women who listen to it, and I think it's sad. It really is. Even to me, like, I don't care if you're someone else's kids. Like, I'm gonna take care of everyone. And do people say the same thing about a woman who tries to be with a man who has kids? Because I don't see women getting shit on for being stepmoms, ever. And that's a job that I personally would never want to have. I feel like, that's just, So it's like, why are we having this double standard for men when it doesn't make any sense to me? A man are you saying that you're lowering your self-value by taking care of someone? Basically, that's the gist of it, right? That's the superficial, that's what it is.
Yeah. So, and I'm with you on that. I'm okay with the definition saying, hey, an alpha man is one who looks after himself, his own self-value. That's fine. I don't understand why I would be called a beta for having a stepkid. That doesn't make sense. You're contradicting yourself. You know what I mean? I'm with you, But like I said, most people don't have a very broad perspective. They haven't been in any real traumatic situations. They don't understand.
That's definitely what happened to me.
And also, my dad married a woman that had a very young child. That's right. And I grew up with him. I have no biological anything with this kid, and he is my brother through and through. And one thing that my dad let me do is go hang out with his dad and him and go fishing. And looking back at that, I'm like, damn, maybe I got a bigger ego than my dad, because I don't know if I'm going to let my kids, go hang out with the biological dad. I'm not doing that, But then it's different scenarios for different things.
And going back to, so I used to be very I would say closed-minded, and I had my way of how I thought people should live. And, if you didn't do that, I was going to judge you. Okay. So when I always say, in high school, if you didn't like me, I get it. Okay. I get, if you didn't like who I was before I had children, I understand. You are so valid, because I have changed so much and grown so much as a person since I have had children and since I have gone through things that have changed me as a person to where it's even allowed me to understand perspectives like this, because I get it. I get this mindset. I understand how you could think that way. I do. Do I agree? No. Am I going to sit here and be like, you're a terrible person? But no. But I truly hope that people who think this way and people who have these strong opinions one day open their mind, but they don't have to go through something so traumatic to do that. I do. But I mean, normally that's what happened. They're not. And when you talk about what are you talking about? Dude, it's 2023.
I don't
How
know
old are you, Sean?
I don't know what social moral
What
aspects
is that?
are.
What are you talking about? What is a social moral aspect? What do you mean?
Is that some fresh and fit stuff?
But I do, like we said, I do genuinely think that these people are taking advantage of people who think like you. They are making money off of you and their strong opinions because they're making you think it's so cool to think this way. And you guys need to understand that you are being manipulated by people who have no clue what they're talking about. And that's just what it is.
Yeah, most people...
It's manipulation. You're being manipulated.
Most people who are influencers are mass manipulating people.
I mean, heck, we could even say we kind of manipulate, our audience to laugh and all that. Probably not manipulating in a bad way. And there's people like you who just say dumb shit.
How do I get uglier and she gets prettier? I'm just older.
Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, this conversation's not giving me any value anymore. It's really cool that you rebuild boats, though.
Yeah.
That's a cool hobby to have. Look at that. That's awesome. See, and I'm like, how can you say such a negative thing when you're clearly you're a cool person and you do fun things?
He's mad that his videos don't get a lot of views.
But it's so cool. My brother's a fisherman, too, like this.
Yeah. He's just jealous. Be like that.
How old are we? You're 23. I'm 25. And that's why you think that way. You're 23. It's okay.
Do you have a good trimmer you recommend? The Manscaped one actually is very gentle on my head. I just use regular trimmers right now.
I'm getting hot. It's hot in here. We're in the garage, so.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, so we didn't name it Beauty and the Bald is because there's another podcast, and it's called The Bald and the Beautiful. And we didn't want to take their name or be too similar in a way. Because, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, Don. Shorn is a vampire? Who is Shorn? Vampire? I freaking love Vampire Diaries.
All right, guys. So that is the Beacons page. You're streaming on Twitch. All socials are there. Check them out. Thank you again. I appreciate you guys. We're going to go eat. Yeah, thank you, Ezio. Appreciate you guys. So we might do our podcast live next week on YouTube. Now that I have the settings fixed where you can have, I don't know if you guys check the quality settings, but you get all the way to 1440p. And I think I'm going to upgrade it even to 2040 60p when I get the new computer. We're going to get a new computer this week. I'm excited for it. It's going to be great.
So good, right, Artemia? Oh my God, so good.
I didn't expect the stream to be so perfect in every way.
This was a great experience. And let me tell you, I was dreading it. Okay. I was dreading it because sometimes we get on here and it's just people are just so dense and you can't have good conversations and nice deep convos and support. And I love to get on here and just talk. And I mean, no one was offended. We were just having a conversation. I truly hope that one day you open your mind, Sean. But I mean, hey, live your life how you want to, dude.
Yeah, Sean, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't. Could have been worse.
It's your life. You can do whatever you want with it. But this was a very good one. Like, it was, I feel very happy with this.
D-Hop to Dallas? I don't think so. I think it would be too much money. We got 10.6 million in cap space. I think he wants to save it for a possible defensive player. We need a D tackle. But thank you guys. We appreciate it. Check out the Discord. All the social media links are in the Beacons page. I stream on Twitch. She streams on Twitch soon. Go there. Check it out.
I will. I promise.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. What day are you getting the computer? Do you know?
I do not know. Sometime next week.
We don't know yet.
Either be like end of week next week or the beginning of the following week. We're not sure yet.